Look at this. Leaked oil all over my driveway. So this thing has multiple oil leaks on it. Valve cover gaskets, valley cover, oil pan gasket, the dipstick O-ring is even out of it, or has worn out of it, I should say. But we're going to get all this fixed. This is probably going to be a multiple part video. I'm going to show you how to do the oil pan gasket first, and then we're going to do the intake valley and then the valve cover gaskets after that. But I'm also going to be doing spark plugs and wires on this while we're in there, because he does have a miss. And while I was underneath it, I could see that it was coming from the last cylinder on the passenger side, which should be number 8 cylinder on this engine, because this is a GM 5.3. So let's get to it. So chum on. Alright, like I said, we're going to do the oil pan gasket first, and as you can see, it's leaking from multiple places on the oil pan, and a lot of it's coming from up here. Let me show you. A lot of it's coming from here and up around it this way. But as you can see, there's oil coming from up there, and then it's dripping down the pan. It's coming from all the way up there, and it just steadily drips as it's running. So like I said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the oil in it and get what's left of it out of there. And then once we do that, we're going to get this cross member right here out, and there's these 2 bolts right here on each side, and it's got nuts on the opposite side. Hold on. And you got these nuts right here on the opposite side of it, but it's like that on driver and passenger side, so you need to take that off first. And this is a 2-wheel drive, so we don't have to do anything with the differential. If it was 4-wheel drive, you would have to drop the differential down, and it is a little bit more work, but it's still not too bad. Alright, I'm going to put you right here for right now, just so I can let y'all see me taking the cross member out and taking the oil plug off. And we will take the filter off as well. The drain plug is a 15mm, by the way. Kind of missed the pan on that one a little bit. This thing had so much oil in it that it filled up my drain pan. So these bolts on there, they're 18mm for the nuts and the bolts. I'm going to leave that top bolt in. Okay, next I'm going to take this little cover off right here. Like a little 10 millimeter. Up front up here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a 10 millimeter right there as well. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of these 10 millimeter pan bolts off. I'm going to take them all off except for 2 in the front, and then there's these 2 lower bell housing bolts that hold it in as well. So I'm going to take those out last. That way it'll help hold it. Let me take that back out. Now this bolt and this bolt over here, they're long 10 millimeter bolts. They go all the way through it up to here. And that's what they look like. It's another cover right here that's around the starter. And that's what the other bolts look like. Alright, I got these 2 and then the 2 in the front left, but I'm going to go get a pick so I can get this sensor out right here, or sensor wire out. These right here can be a little tricky to get out. There's like a little opening on one side of it that you can put a pick in to pull that up. So both of these are 15s as well. The drain pan back over here because she's leaking oil due to the oil filter right here. While that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take these front 2 bolts out. And the only bolt holding it on is this one over here now. That steel pan coming off. Alright, so I got it cleaned up pretty good right here. I'm going to take these 2 10 millimeters off right here, and I'm going to change this little gasket because it was leaking. There are 2 styles of this gasket. There's one that's got 2 O-ring, like 2 holes in it, and then one that's got 1 elongated hole. So I got both of them for right now, and then we'll see which one this one takes. So this one has the 1 elongated hole in it. Some people say it really don't matter, but I just like to keep back with the original to what it is. Like I said, that's the one with the 2 holes. Here's the one with the elongated, and there's the part number 724345, and this is a Felpro brand right here. Wipe that off a little bit. Same thing with this. I do have some brake cleaner on this. go too crazy on the torque because this is aluminum and it will strip out pretty easy. And these ratchets right here from Snap-on, the new brushless, they do have a decent amount of torque, probably more than what those bolts need to be torqued to. Alright, well, I'm going to climb underneath there, take the old gasket out, clean off the bottom of the engine. Then we'll put the new gasket on here with a couple bolts in there just to hold it in place. And then I'll show you how we put it on, because you are supposed to shim it between the transmission and the back of the oil pan for clearance. There's supposed to be, I think, like 10 thousandths or something like that. I'll check back in the spec and get back with you on that. Alright, on this one, the service data didn't say anything about spacing it in between. Normally, in the past, I've always spaced them about 10 thousandths. But on the service data, this one didn't say anything about it. But one thing I will say is on these corners right there, where the back covers meet, and then right there on the front, put some silicone right there, because if you don't, you're more than likely could have a oil leak, because that's where the covers meet. But I just want to let you know that. And now I'm going to stick the pan up there and go ahead and get a couple bolts started, and then I'll show you the torque sequence that I go through. And it says that they torque to, I think it was like, I think it come up to be like 13 foot-pounds, because it was in inch pounds when I read it. It was around like 160 or something like that was the inch pounds, so it comes up to be about 13 foot-pounds is what we're going to torque it to. But I'm just going to get it started a little bit, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, got the pan up there, put the silicone on there as well, and I got 4 bolts started. We're going to put the rest of the bolts in there, just snug them down just a little bit, and then we'll go back and torque the bolts. The 2 bell housing bolts, they torque to 32 foot-pounds is what the spec said, and then the outer perimeter bolts on the pan, they torque to 13. I rechecked that, and that's what the spec on service data said. But it said to snug them all down, snug the ones in the back on the bell housing down first, so it draws it up to there, and then you can snug down all the perimeter bolts on the pan. Then you can go back and torque the bell housing bolts first, then torque the pan bolts. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting them all back in, and I'll fast forward all this so you don't have to watch me just put them all in. But whenever I get ready to torque it, I will show you. I just torque the back 2 bell housing bolts, and then I just go in a circular motion around, starting from the driver's side back, and then work my way around to the passenger side back. Alright, now that all those are torqued, I'm going to put the level sensor connector back in, and then I'm going to put the covers and all the hold down bolts back in too. Like I said, there's 1 cover bolt over here, 1 on this side, and then 1 on this side right here holds your lines and the wiring, and then there's another one up here that holds wiring. Alright, now we can put this back on. Well, I'll put it on the right way. And double check that this is tight. Alright, she's tight. That's tight. Alright. Now I'm going to put the oil filter back on here and then put oil in it. But first, like I said, we're going to be doing a couple other things to this. So before I put oil in it, I'm going to change those. But I'm going to put the oil filter on this now, and that is pretty much how you change oil pan gasket on a GM LS style engine. I have found that it is a pretty common problem with these trucks and engines and stuff, and they mostly leak right above the oil filter gasket, oil filter housing or filter, because the way the gasket is made, it's got like a little rubber piece around another metal piece in there, and it tends to break off right there, and they start leaking right there. And that's where most of your pressure's coming from too, I believe, because it's going in and out of the filter right here. But like I said, that is how you change the filter, the oil pan gasket on one of these engines on a 2-wheel drive. On a 4-wheel drive, you do have to drop the front differential, which you have to do the axles, unbolt the axles from the differential. Should be one connector, maybe a vacuum line, and then you'll have 4 bolts holding the differential in, and it will come. You can just lower it down sometimes on some of the trucks and SUVs to clear the pan, but most of the time I take them completely out because it just gives me more room to get in here. But if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, y'all have a good day.